Hello out there, everyone. Today I'm going to take a look at this Kino Lorber 4K Blu-ray release of 1979's Escape from Alcatraz, of course starring Clint Eastwood and also Fred Ward, none other than Remo Williams. It has another couple of good character actors that sort of round out the cast, but what I was struck by with this Don Siegel directed film was how well it has aged. I would argue that, if anything, it's a better film than Shawshank and even The Green Mile, because as I was watching it, I was struck by how much those two films clearly cribbed from Escape from Alcatraz. And I feel like what's great about this movie is that it's just very parsimonious with all of the scenes. There's not really any fat at all on the film. Now, it is a little bit of a slow burn. I remember actually seeing it in theaters as a kid and wanting to see more fist fights because, of course, it's a prison movie. And while there are some moments of violence, it's not really about that. It's just about this criminal career thief played by Clint Eastwood, and his really just establishing his sort of proficiency with what he does to get out of there. And you can see that he's a very smart guy, and he obviously takes it upon himself to escape come hell or high water. So I think that this is a movie that absolutely stands up, and Kino Lorber has done a great job. The only thing I will say about this, interestingly enough, is that there are a lot of scenes in some really dark areas, and strangely enough, the 4K Blu-ray didn't do as good a job as you would like to see with the darker moments. There are some, there's some evidence of some black crush, and I was a bit disappointed with that, I'll be honest. But everything in the daylight scenes looked great, and I feel like the location, of course, is terrific. It was filmed on Alcatraz, and it's just a very convincing, very authentic film. I'd argue, in fact, that it's probably one of Clint Eastwood's best films. I think he does a great job in the part, and I believe the action and the events that take place in the film align quite closely with the historical record. And I believe recently there's been some evidence to suggest that he and his two, partners in crime, essentially the evidence is now indicating that they got away. Initially there was the thought that they had drowned due to the cold waters, but I suspect that they might have in fact gotten away, and of course, because they are so smart, they knew not to sort of pop up. And so I think if you've escaped from Alcatraz, perhaps you've earned that right. So on that note, I will just say definitely Kino Lorber's done a good job with this release. I think the special features in particular are pretty interesting on the Blu-ray disc, but I will concede that the picture quality when it comes to the really dark scenes was not as good as I had hoped. But I do suspect that this is going to be the best the film is going to look. Certainly it's the best available format that you can get it on now, and I definitely recommend the film, especially with Kino Lorber's recent half-off sale. I think it was more than worth $10 or $12 that I paid for it. So until that next time, please take care out there, everyone. Stay safe, be kind, and by all means, keep watching good cinema.